Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk to you about the Whirlpool LDR3822PQ1, and it's a portable dryer, and it is a 110 dryer, 110 volts or 120, I forget, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's 120 volts, this is right there, and 12 amps, 60 hertz, and there's the model number LDR3822PQ1, and then there's the serial number, and then this little thing tells you how to remove the lint trap, which I will go ahead and show you just because I probably need to clean it out anyway. That's it back there above that black thing. The black thing is the sensor. It's called, what is it called? Accu something dry. Anyway, that's what helps it to determine whether the load is dry or not. So basically, you just grab and pull it out, and then you will turn it over and squeeze this part, and it comes right off, and it catches the lint. So then to remove the lint, I will just, you just push down on the edges to make it peel off. Is pretty much what I do anyway. And then once you've done that, you can just pretty much get it all out of there. And you got a ball of lint. So I'll throw that in the trash can. But anyway, yeah, my floor is, I almost burned the apartment down one day. Anyway, yeah, I have a little paintbrush here that I'll actually use to just scrape a little bit of this lint away, or just to get any of the excess. And yes, it's going everywhere, but I don't really care. You probably don't want to breathe it in because it's probably not a good thing. But I just kind of sweep it with the paintbrush, and it's pretty much good to go. So just turn the other thing back over, and then squeeze this to touch it on there. And there's these little things that holds it in place, but of course mine's cracked, but it is alright. And then you just stick it back in there, and that place does need to be cleaned out pretty bad actually, but I'll do it later. And it just snaps in place. So anyway, just clean this thing off. So it's 110 volts. It has pretty fast drying time. Around an hour for me. I know some people said this thing was slow, but it's been pretty good for me. So I have a load of clothes here that I have in my higher HLP 23E, and you can check out my channel for that if you want to see it in action. Just going to take them out of here and put them in the dryer. And I usually just throw them over there. And I will just put, again, apple mango tango or a couple of them actually, because they're not the strongest smelling. So I'll just stick a couple of those in there and close the dryer. Now, you will see on here that it has, well, there's the start button there, obviously. And you see over here that it has permanent press, timed drying, and air. I always use the permanent press feature just because it's an automatic thing and you don't have to worry about it taking a certain amount of time. Like I said, it's usually an hour or so for me. But anyway, this star symbol here, that's the automatic feature. And it says right there, energy preferred automatic setting. So that's what I usually choose. And all you gotta do is press start, obviously, like any other dryer. And I'm not sure if this is Canadian product or not, but mine has Canada Energy Guide. And it's in kilowatts instead of watts or whatever, so yeah. So it uses 398 kilowatts of energy per year. I don't know how they come up with that number. Looks like it would vary depending on how much you use it. But anyway, that's still in there. I tried to take it off, but it didn't work so well. But it's a very quiet dryer. I mean, you can definitely hear it, but I'll just go ahead and turn it on so you can hear it. So that's it. And there's the cord coming out from it. I have it hooked up to one of these power strips here. That's the microwave, but the dryer is plugged in. Oops, I just turned it off. The dryer is plugged in right there. And there's a light that I have here. And then the microwave, of course. But anyway, if you don't hook it into an outlet, I would definitely recommend at least hooking it up to a power strip like this, because if you don't, the extension cord gets very hot and it could catch on fire. So I would recommend hooking it straight into the wall, but if not, then hook it into a power strip, because they can handle, they're a little bit more heavy duty. They have this bigger cord here and they can handle more. So the next thing is the venting system. It comes out down from the bottom like most dryers. And I just have mine duct taped because it wouldn't stay. But I did a no-no, and I have mine venting into the chimney, which is probably not a good idea, but I have no other option, and at least it saves it from being humid in here. So it does work for me, and my landlord even told me to do it, so he told me to do it, I'm going to do it. There's no outlet over there under the window, so I couldn't put it over there. And so this is the only option that I have, unless I want it to be humid. And I tried it without the vent on it, and there's actually, you can see back there, maybe I might need to get a light. So I'll just show you. Back there you can see lint on the wall where it actually spit it out of that hole back there. So I went ahead and put it in the chimney, and it's been working pretty good. Plus, I'll just show you my walls. It pretty much ruined my walls. I've got all these spots on it now because I come in here and there was water dripping down from the walls because it was so humid in here. So you definitely want to vent this dryer, especially if you live in a low humidity place. It's not really low humidity here in the summertime, but in the wintertime it is. And so, or that will happen to your walls. And I've started to paint my walls this color. So, try to cover up that gunk. Well, you know, I cleaned the walls, of course, but anyway, that's pretty much it for the tour. And I just wanted to tell you a few more things here. The watt usage, let me see if I can just find that real quick. There's actually, well, I can't remember, but anyway. There was a thing on here that told, let me see if it's on this sticker in here. It don't tell. All it tells is it was made in Benton Harbor, Michigan. Right there. Whirlpool Corporation. But I don't see it telling any sort of operating wattages or whatever. So if I do find that out, I'll put it in the video description. But anyway, it's easy to remove the lint filter to clean, so that's good. And I've already mentioned the vent system. The load size, the capacity is 3.4 cubic feet. So it's definitely bigger than my washer. But you don't want to fill the whole capacity up, because then the clothes wouldn't have anywhere to tumble or whatever, and they would never get dry. So pretty much the size of this washer, which is 1.5 or 1.46 cubic feet, is pretty much all you want to fill this up, about halfway, so the clothes can dry properly and quickly. But it's very good for apartments, because since it does use a 110 outlet, you won't have to have any special outlets for it. You can put casters on it, which I have done, and I'll provide you a link for my higher HLP 23 adding casters to it. This one takes the same size casters. I believe it's Waxman casters. And make sure to get the ones with the brakes on them, because definitely need those to keep it from rolling around. It does still move slightly. I'll just show you up against this wall here, if I can hold the camera still enough. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not in the video, but it does move slightly, but it's not too bad. So you want to keep it away from the wall just a little bit to give it some breathing room. About clicking, when I first received this dryer, it was making a clicking sound when I would turn it on. So I took the top of it off, which all you have to do that is, there are these screws back here. Once you remove those, just push the top of it forward, and there's these two plastic things, which I can probably show you, maybe. There's one right there. I don't know if you can see it in there or not. But anyway, there's one on each side, and once you remove those screws back there, you can push it forward, and the top of it pops right off. And so that's pretty much how you check for stuff in there. And for what was wrong with mine is it actually had a quarter stuck in the drum. It wasn't in the baffles, which are the little plastic things that tumble the clothes. It was somehow inside of the drum. I don't know. So I kept jiggling it back and forth, and the quarter fell out. And ever since then, it's been running perfectly. So that's good. But that's pretty much all I have to say about that. This is with regular clothes, and it's a little bit louder if you have like a coat with metal buttons on it, or jeans and stuff like that. But it's not really loud at any time since I took that quarter out of it. Like I said, it's really good for apartments, and it's been very good for me. So maybe if I have, a heavy load with a lot of jeans or a heavy coat, it might take about 2 hours. But for normal clothes, such as the ones I put in here, just shirts and shorts and underwear, it only takes about an hour or so. Now I believe the temperature on this thing gets up to around 110, 120 degrees, but it's actually built to go up to 140. So, and I think there's some kind of safety feature once it reaches that threshold that it will actually, the heater will kick off. It will continue running, I think, but the heater kicks off. And it's supposed to have a end of cycle signal, which it says on here, but mine don't work. And I can just see where it's located because I looked at it whenever I opened it up. It's back here, and it's behind the drum. That's where the power cord goes in. Just let me show you that real quick. And it's also, there's a circuit board back there, and that's where the buzzer is located. They're easy to fix, but I'm not going to, just because I don't want it to buzz. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the tour of the LDR3822PQ1. And if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks for watching.